Megan, thank
Yeah.
you for joining me today on Press Day for Tell Me Lies, Hulu, September 7th. How do you feel about all this so far?
Oh my gosh, it's so fun. It's really exciting. The response has been so friendly and kind today. It's really nice. It's been, I started this March 2020, so it feels like a long road of work. And so I'm so excited for everyone to finally see it. I think so many people did such a great job.
I had the opportunity to watch it last night with my wife, actually, and we started watching a few episodes, and then we had to go to bed. We couldn't finish the whole series in one night, and it's thriller, suspense. Some people are calling it the modern love story. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's definitely a relationship drama, but it has moments that feel like you're in a thriller. And we had a lot of fun talking about this in the writer's room about when you're in an unstable relationship, every moment does feel like you're in a thriller. Everything
Hmm.
feels like life or death, whether someone texts you back or if they ignore your call, it feels like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? And when you get the call that you're waiting for, it's like, ah. So the stakes are so high, but we tried to make sure that the stakes were wrapped around the relationships and the characters as opposed to anything too thrillery.
How do you how did you prepare to adapt like a book into a series? 'Cause a lot of readers, they feel like, a lot of things are left out when they convert a book to a series or a movie.
Yeah, I mean, our show is definitely very, very different from the book. From the beginning, Hulu was very clear that they saw the show as being its own thing. And
Mm.
so when I pitched my version of it, I got to sort of create what my version of it would be. And Carola, the writer, is so amazing and her book is so wonderful, but she was totally on board with the fact that what works on the page doesn't necessarily always translate completely to the screen. So you have to make structural changes, changes with the format. You have to, we brought a lot more to the ensemble characters that were not as big in the book.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, I think if anyone is expecting an exact retelling of the book, it won't be. But I think that the emotional core of the book, we tried really hard to be truthful to.
Now, the show's mostly based on Lucy and Steven. How did you go about casting the perfect people to play the roles?
Um, it was hard. Stephen was a hard role to cast because it's such a hard character. It's such a polarizing character. But we cast Grace almost immediately. We were familiar with her work. She's amazing. She's so clearly a star. We saw about six girls, and then Grace was just so automatically, or just so obviously Lucy that we ended up approving her that night. With Jackson, it was like a 5 month process of
Oh.
having to bring guys in. Everyone had to read with Grace multiple times, making sure that chemistry, because you can have the most amazing actor in the world, but it has to be the right chemistry between two people. So I think he would probably say it was a long road for him, but he really fought for the role, and he just I wanted it to be him from the get-go. So I was very, very happy when we finally cast him.
Last question. Do you feel that there's a more story to tell if there's a season two?
Oh yeah. I mean, we have a lot more stories we want to tell in the writers' room. I hope we get a season two. That's up to Hulu, but fingers crossed.
September 7th, Tell Me Lies on Hulu. I want to thank you for giving me a few minutes today.
Thank you so much.